Are you ready to do more shows, or will you never do one with them?
Not if they're gonna fucking just rip me an a-hole every time I do something.
Then what
I
fun is
honestly
having
did
you
a
there?
lot of work. I honestly
To rip someone an a-hole, it's usually a new a-hole. To rip someone a new a-hole refers to basically castigating someone or berating them in a very serious way, in the sense that they would have a brand new asshole from the berating or mean, nasty comments that you say to somebody. In this sense, you could sort of imagine a drill sergeant talking to a soldier, where the soldier just has to stand there and take whatever the drill sergeant says, and then the drill sergeant just gets meaner and meaner, trying to rattle the soldier, trying to get him to do something that he can then use as an excuse to beat up the soldier or do whatever with the guy. Or similarly with a boss, same idea. Boss is in a more powerful position, so the employee just has to sit there and take it, whatever the boss happens to say. Typically, the expression is used with rip him a fresh one, and the fresh one would refer to his brand new asshole that he was going to get from being yelled at so severely. My boss is such an asshole. He said something mean to me, and I got upset, and I told him that I was going to go complain to his boss about what he said to me. So my boss said, "You go to my boss, I'm going to rip you a fresh one. You be sure of that." So I backed down. I didn't go to the big boss because I was afraid. There was a legendary football coach, Vince Lombardi, and every day it seemed that he was ripping a fresh one for a lot of his players. But they seemed to accept it as part of his personality and just took it as encouragement to try to perform better.
Yeah. I wonder if there's any chicks out there who really dig a big schnoz.
SCHNOZ refers to someone's nose. It's a Yiddish word which means nose. Through common use, it also refers to someone who has a very large nose, which can be taken as a racist reference. If someone does happen to have a large nose and also happens to be Jewish too. But it can also just be used as to refer to someone who maybe they're getting a little too nosy. So instead of saying he's sticking his nose in my affairs, you can say he's sticking his schnoz in my affairs, and that means that the person is being overly investigative. I'm just sick and tired of my boss. I personally don't like people to get too much on my case about things, especially when it comes to these big sales. But he's always trying to stick his schnoz into all of my big sales, and half the time he ruins them just because he gets involved, and for some strange reason tries to muck them up. My friend John, he's got this huge schnoz, but he doesn't seem to let him bother him. He's always making jokes about his big schnoz and sticking his schnoz in things, and people think it's kind of funny.
That's all for today. Tom Taylor is an ESL tutor. He teaches English in the United States and outside, all over the world, using Skype. He can be reached at his website, which is
ESL-fullsteamahead.com.
Click on this link and check out his website and email with questions. Thank you, Tom, and I'll talk to you next time.
Thank you.